Yeah, turn the lights down low. Huh. It's not, it's bright in here, but hey, we need it, right? Well, good night to everyone and welcome to Sex on the Bridge. I'm Carlene, the original dancehall queen, bringing you your weekly dose of sexy adult radio content. Yes, guys, I said it. All right, it's been a very heavy weekend. So much tragedy in the news and some confusion in dancehall space and injustice everywhere. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. So I hope that tonight's show will help you to lighten up the mood, remind us about the pleasurable side of life. Yeah, that's why I'm here on a Tuesday night. Yeah, to bring you Sex on the Bridge. Coming up in the show, my special guest and I will be discussing and learning about aphrodisiac. You heard me, aphrodisiac. Yes. What are they? How do they work? When is it best for you to use them? So just get relaxed, get comfy and everything. But definitely go for some slow wine and any other wine that you might have. It might be a him or a her. Just get comfy. But as usual, before we get started, if you are under the age of 18, good night. It's your bedtime. Please go sleep. Let somebody tell you about the goodness other than hearing it from the show. All right, this is an adult content show, so it's not for anyone under 18, as we're going to be discussing, things that I don't think I think they should be taught through their parents and not through me. So I'm saying good night to you if you're underage. All right. We're going to be having fun because we have slow wine in the house and a lot of other wine will be here. But let me welcome to my, what's this, right? Yes, my right, Damien Mitchell.
Yes, it is.
He's an ambassador for Indulge Erotic.
That's correct.
And he'll tell us more about that and some of the little things, where you keep it going till it's gone. Some people say nothing can jumpstart them, nothing doesn't turn them on. Well, we'll learn, because sometimes I think people are all turned on and they didn't know what caused it.
The first place.
Because you have things that has to go through the bloodstream and get into the digestive system before it gets to the organs that needs to be, jumping or push starting or even in our minds. Because sometimes you're there and you're like, I feel hot in a good way, not hot flashes, not menopausal hot, but hot, in between your legs, just start tingling and you're like, what did I eat? For me, I would look back and I know I had chocolate. Yes, chocolate. So don't give me chocolate. It does something to me. It does.
There's aphrodisiac there.
There you go. It's mine. And you know what? I love conch. But I know I can't eat too much conch when I'm by myself. I can, but I choose not to, because sometimes it's nicer when you're being pleasured by somebody else. I mean, if I have to pleasure myself, then that's okay. But it's better if somebody's there to help me through the process. Yes, but I will tell you, conch for me, but chocolate more than anything else. And if I put them both together, then it's a clash. It's a
good clash.
Very good clash. It's like uncontrollable, urge of wanting to have sex.
And that's good.
I don't know. Not when you're
alone.
Yeah. When your partner is away and you can't. I am not celibate, but I am celibate. Yes, because my partner is not here, so it's kind of hard
for you.
Although, I mean, I won't tell you, but yeah, you can imagine the rest. But we're going to also have some other persons with me. Sheldon Spencer, Mixologies, he's on his way. We're going to have Jody Ann Savage, a.k.a. Miss Indulge, CEO of Indulge Erotic Jamaica. And, of course, Natalie Murray, health coach and CEO of Life Store. So welcome to SOB, and please don't forget to be a part of the show. You can either call in or send me a voice note. And for the voice note, it's the WhatsApp text line. It's 876-551-5782. And to call in on the studio line, it's 876-676-4996 to be a part of the show. And, of course, get to tell us some of the things, because a lot of times people have experienced or ate or had something to drink, and it you don't know that's the side effect to it. So we will hear and learn from some persons who've experienced, somebody told me about ice, that when they eat ice,
it
makes
does
them
something for
hot, ice. Yeah, it was like, okay, ice. I thought that would be cooling you down. But as I said, everybody, I know for sure that the slow wine here does it. People have told me over and over. I've seen it happen to people who have had consumed it and says, oh my God, this is awesome. It's not just an alcoholic drink, but it has, the potency of
all the right ingredients.
yes, to make that special place get little more active. But I'll ask as we go along, when you drink it, I don't know
Yeah.
if anything will happen, but let's see. But what is aphrodisiac? According to online source, aphrodisiac is any substance or food that increases sexual desire, arousal, behavioral performance, or pleasure. So that's what we did a little research and we got. But we're going to hear from people who have actually studied it, people who have actually made stuff to help enhance it. I know Jody Ann will be helping us, God, and you can help
Sure.
to go. What is aphrodisiac to you?
Well, you know what's funny? And you mentioned it earlier. I think the first notion of aphrodisiac that persons need to understand is in the mind. Oftentimes your mind can either make something work or not work.
Okay.
And if your mind is not open to trying new things and doing new things, you'll find that you're trying these things and you're not getting the same reaction that other persons would have been getting from him. So aphrodisiac really starts in the mind itself. But along the lines of what your research have told you, there are a lot of things out there, herbal, natural products that are out there that stimulates blood flow, that stimulates certain mind feet functionality that gets persons aroused when they are consuming these things. One of the things for a fact that we often know is a lot of persons would go out to party and they would say, boy, the best sex that we have is after I've gone out to party and I go home and that's it.
Right.
And the reason for that is because they have been consuming all the things that have been stimulating the arousal in them. So by the time they get home, now they're ready to go.
And
right?
most of that is alcohol.
And most of that is alcohol. As a matter of fact, most aphrodisiac that they actually create, they'll tell you that it can go with alcohol because alcohol also helps to enhance the chemical reaction that goes with all of these. So you find that even a lot of these tonic wines that are out there, it works with alcohol. A lot of the other aphrodisiacs that they sell on the market, they will tell you it works with alcohol. It usually takes about 45 minutes to get into the bloodstream. That's for your body to actually break it down. But once it gets in there, then you're good to go. A lot of things I like to tell people all the time that a lot of these products, they don't necessarily work like you would do with a Viagra.
Okay.
A Viagra, in essence, what it does is that it helps persons who can't get an erection.
But that was not its original plan, right?
That was not its original plan. That was not its original plan at all.
It was something to do with the blood and
exactly.
heart.
What they wanted to do was actually to stimulate the blood flow in particular areas, and then what they realized is that it actually helped with erectile dysfunction. But a lot of the products that you'll have on the market will tell you that you have to be able to get an erection
first
for yourself. What it
so
does
hold
is
on.
that it
So no come here within a dead self
and think
dead
that
something and think not gonna bring it back to life. It at least should have a little life.
it should have some
Right?
life at all.
So we're clearing that up first.
Yes. And we have to make sure we clear it up because a lot of persons take it and say, oh, I'm waiting. And then nothing
And
happens.
nothing happens, so
And then they
paying
say,
the
oh,
product.
it's not working. Right?
no.
But it doesn't cure erectile dysfunction. What it does is that if you get an erection, and when you get an erection, it maintains the blood flow, right? So that is what you're going to find a lot with this substance. And once it starts to maintain the blood flow, then you find that if those areas are now being aroused, then everything else spirals from there.
All right. I do have on Zoom. I have, who do I have? Jody and Natalie. So I want to welcome Natalie. There they are. Hi guys. Good night.
Hey guys.
Jody and I have Natalie. All right, Natalie. We've been talking about stuff because I know that's definitely your field. What is aphrodisiac?
So from my perspective, because I deal with a lot of diet and lifestyle as a health coach, an aphrodisiac would be anything that is going to enhance blood flow, as well as support energy and stamina. So I'm going to be looking at diet that is natural, that is really not processed and industrialized, but more of a natural diet. Lots of beetroots, things like spinach, callaloo, pumpkin seeds, oysters. So we're looking for foods that are high in zinc, high in nitrites, and also high in B vitamins. So we get that blood flow, energy, and stamina. Oh, watermelon as well. Watermelon helps with blood flow. Right, so we're looking at things that are improving blood flow and things that are not deterring from blood flow. So smoking, big no, right?
Smoking anything?
Mostly I'm looking at cigarettes.
Okay.
Yeah, but is it Damien?
Yes.
As Damien was indicating, a lot of aphrodisiac substances that are on the market may contain alcohol. And that's a great thing because a little bit of alcohol it will diminish your inhibitions, right? So you'll feel a little freer, but relaxed. Too much alcohol is a depressant. So now you're not going to just feel free, but you're going to feel sleepy, right? So it's you ever find a situation where you and your partner were out and we're drinking and we're having a great old time, and you get home and you're feeling all the good things, and then you get into the situation and you're like,
then you fall asleep.
Yes.
I don't drink alcohol at all, so I can't
testify to that.
No, I can't testify to it. Okay.
That's why you shouldn't wait until you get home.
Oh, he says that's why you shouldn't wait till you get home. So whenever the motion comes, just go at it.
That's good
point.
Wherever you are, right?
Wherever you are. Ride the wave.
On the way home. At the stoplight.
What wouldn't you recommend as people would try to do too much to find that feeling? What wouldn't you recommend?
So I find with anything, if you mentally pressure yourself, then you're going to have the opposite effect. Okay. So I wouldn't focus too much on making it happen. I would focus more on relaxing and enjoying the moment, to be honest with you.
And what would you say, as he said earlier, not somebody who has erectile dysfunctions, but not really, like some men will get hard and then get soft. Is there anything you would recommend for that?
From a food perspective, you're going to want to be working with foods that improve blood flow. So we're always going to be looking at foods that are high in things like zinc and an amino acid that's called L-arginine. So any foods that contain zinc and L-arginine.
You can tell them. Tell us the foods. So you know who is listening.
So like watermelon.
Right, we said that earlier.
Watermelon, salmon is high in omega.
I was just about to say salmon. It's definitely.
So and is this for men and women, or it's just for men?
No, men and women, because you're looking for blood flow to the important areas, right, Jody?
Right. Yeah. So, and to maintain it.
Right, because that's the problem. Some people can get an erection, but can't maintain the erection.
So, exercise plays a big role. Because if you're naturally not moving often, then your blood vessels are more constricted, and we need to think of needing blood vessels that are opening and allowing lots of blood flow, you know? So like a great pre-date meal, or like a meal that you're gonna have on your date, would be like a spinach salad with roasted beetroots and some walnuts, and then topped off with some salmon. And then your appetizer will be like some oysters, right? That's a big aphrodisiac meal right there, because you're looking at blood flow, zinc, and your nitrites that open up those blood vessels.
So what happened to chocolate?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Can't forget about chocolate.
Yeah, because it works for me. And conch.
Conch, the seafoods. Conch is a good one. Chocolate good because the chocolate lights up some of those centers in your brain that are your feel good centers. You know, and the magnesium in chocolate is very relaxing. And that's what we want to be. We want to be in a relaxed mood.
Is okra a big aphrodisiac vegetable?
Which one?
Okra.
I knew you were going to ask about okra.
Yeah, because people keep telling me that one, you know, that on the thing they were saying that one, so.
Because it's slimy?
I don't know. I don't eat it.
So here's the thing. Because it's a vegetable, like all vegetables are going to be good, because we're looking at not just in the moment, right? We're looking at overall sexual health. And okra is a great vegetable to introduce into your diet. Is okra going to make you hard? I'm not sure.
Is it going to make you horny?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to make you horny. No, I don't think it's going to have that same impact that chocolate will have. But including okra in your diet on a regular basis, just like including Irish moss or sea moss in your diet on a regular basis, is going to boost your mineral content, is going to have your heart healthy, is going to have your blood vessels healthy, and all of that is necessary for a healthy sexual appetite and sexual ability.
Does food that resemble your genitals have anything to do with it? Like, you know, asparagus, cucumbers, carrots. I don't know.
but just to add, we don't want to forget herbs. Herbs are very, very, very important.
Okay. Give us what kind of herbs?
You have a product, and there is lemongrass and ginkgo biloba in it, and those definitely work as well.
And what about horny goat weed?
That's what I was going to tell you, because horny goat weed is in
everything.
Yes,
that's in everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
So there must be some truth to it, right?
Horny goat weed. Horny goat weed. It's a herb.
Right.
Yeah. And maca is great for female sexual energy. Maca is a Peruvian herb. You can get it in capsule, powder form. That's something that's really good for both men and women. But we find a lot of female concoctions include maca.
What would that do for female?
It's energy giving, and it also stimulates the libido. You see, as we get a little older, sometimes the hormones that stimulate sexual appetite may get a little diminished just by the passage of time, you know. Maca helps to rejuvenate that.
Are we not talking about macadamia, guys? We're talking about maca, a vegetable.
We're not talking about maca bush, neither.
Nor maca bush.
There's something that we tend to overlook. It's everywhere. We have it in our house, and sometimes we forget about it. Cinnamon.
Yes.
Cinnamon. I love cinnamon. It's in all my teas and drink.
Yes, it does.
What does cinnamon do? What does cinnamon do?
Well, I use the oil, and I use it on my skin. And sometimes, not gonna say all the time, but sometimes it does
get you
create this. Yes, it does. That the smell, I think it's the smell of it. You know, it somewhat, I don't want to say it turn you on.
All right, so how do you use the cinnamon? You know, you put it.
I use the oil. I use it on my skin. But some persons,
to turn you on, how do you
and
use
they
it?
drink it.
Oh.
Some persons boil it and they drink it like a tea.
Or put it in anything that you're eating.
Right. Or even to use it, I mean, if you have like a diffuser, or in candles, because I distribute candles as well, and you have candles that comes in that sort of fragrance, you know.
Right?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's I love that you mentioned the diffusers for the essential oils, because the thing about essential oils is that they are, the particles of the essential oil is small enough to cross the brain blood barrier, and you know, as we
Right.
know, sex is stimulated in the brain. That's
Yes.
part of what has to happen. If your brain is not turned on, your
Exactly.
body is not turned on. So
Right.
there are certain things like the cinnamon, like a flower called,
Lemongrass.
yeah, ilang ilang,
Yes,
patchouli.
that is what I was going to show you next.
Yeah.
Is there any
There
bush?
you go.
Is there
And we
any?
didn't rehearse this ahead of time.
And you can get the oil, so they make it so easy for us.
Yeah, it's
Is-
a real, that's a real sexy scent for women.
Is there
Yeah,
any
yeah.
vegetable or fruit or you know, nuts or herbs that we shouldn't eat or consume before sex if we're gonna have sex?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I can't say. I'm not sure.
Not from
I mean,
a
I know
nut or
pistachio
herb
works,
perspective.
but I'm not sure which one you can't consume.
Yeah. I would say definitely stay away from heavy fatty foods, like a big meal of pasta, like a
Yeah.
pasta Alfredo with chicken and them kind of things there that gonna heavy on the stomach, gonna give you acid reflux.
Yeah, because that
That's
makes
not
you
gonna be sexy.
tired.
Yeah.
That makes you a little tired and drowsy. At that time, you
Bloated
just
and
want to sleep. You don't really want to have sex at that
not
time.
feeling sexy.
No, you're not.
Oh, so there is
And for those
not.
of us females who like to dress up, I mean, I don't want a big bulge in my lingerie.
One of the things that people often overlook too is the fact that they need to consume a lot of water on a regular basis.
I was gonna ask about the
Right?
water.
You
Yeah,
know,
but that comes in your diet.
That
You
comes
need
in
to
your diet.
ensure that you maintain a healthy diet. And even though I distribute a wide variety of products, I say to my clients, please ensure that your diet is clean,
Yeah.
because you can try so many things.
What do you
and
mean
they
by
will
a
not
clean
work.
diet? Just to be
Like,
clear.
as she said, don't consume a lot of fatty food. Don't consume a lot of junk, the fast food especially.
No
Yes,
bueno.
alcohol is good, but please do not consume too much alcohol, because that will definitely slow things down, especially
Right,
with your
too
body.
much.
Too much.
Because then you're
Anything in
drunk and
excess.
out of control, and I guess.
Right. Anything in it's too excessive. So I
So I
'cause
can't. I
even though
shouldn't eat too much chocolate. I mean, away from getting fat. Would that slow down? Too much oysters. I just want to see if alcohol is the base of.
Yes.
You know, if you have too much oysters, can that cause a problem?
I think anything in excess will cause a problem.
Yeah,
Anything at all.
if you're gonna eat so much oysters that you feel so full that you feel like indigestion, then
Right.
yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But and the same thing with chocolate. But the thing about the alcohol is that once you cross over a threshold, it becomes a depressant,
Yes.
and then you lose. Same thing with weed, actually. You know, if you smoke too much weed, some women get dry, and that's not a good space to be in, right?
most definitely.
And then some you may also get a little numb, which is not a good space to be in, whether
Right.
male or female. Right.
And
You want
I've
to-
heard from my clients, those who actually smoke, they said like after a while it comes through their pores,
Right.
and that's really like it's a turn off. I mean, you don't want to be in bed and
Smelling.
be smelling
Yeah.
something that you don't want to be smelling. That's
Right.
definitely going to be a turn off.
But
So right there, like your mind is going to be totally blocked. If you had an erection, then God bless that erection.
All right, we're gonna go to a break and erect that to a break. We'll be right back on Sex on the Bridge. We'll be right back. Yes, yes, yes. Sex on the bridge, done up. Some all kind of alcoholic stuff, non-alcoholic. I just had the mixologist came in, and he brought something for me that's non-alcoholic, and I tasted, and of course, I don't know, as she said earlier on, it's in your mind. Everything for me jump. So I want to welcome Sheldon Spencer, mixology. Welcome to Sex on the Bridge.
Thank you. It's good to be on the bridge.
I'm going to throw to a voicemail, and then we can pick up. And we also have on Zoom, we have Jody and Natalie. Just bring something. It's really nice. But I'll talk about it after we hear these voice notes. All right, the voice note. Yeah, so you can participate in the show by sending your voice note, and the voice note number is 876-551-5782, or you can call in 876-676-4996. All right, before we went to we have it. All right, let me hear.
Yeah, greetings, dancehall queen. Big up yourself, Rest I guess them, you don't know. Bridge 99 FM. So me try one pill already. I want to tell you, say, me never try it because I feel like me need it, Just hear dog them a talk about the pill, and them a say, yo, the pill bad, and the pill make them a mash works wicked, And me I say, what? But me done a mash works wicked already still, so I want to tell you, say, me try, and me say, yo, dog, me get one of them pill there, and the man I say, boy, just use half of it, because first time, you have to see how it work there, And me say, alright, boom, go so on. You see me take a pill and wait till the 30 minutes, and then, go in my bedroom and go start mash works. And me I say, what? I saw you pill bad. Blood flow like, whoa. Blood just a flow, all when me done mash it first round, And me I say, Jano, blood still a flow. And mama tired, and me just jump back for mama and me start work again. And me I say, Jano, that thing a body. But me don't feel like me like it that much still, because me don't want to depend on that thing there, and then when me have a pill, I want the blood flow same way, blood not flow. So, me feel like, a thing we can try, but me don't feel like a thing where you have to do all the time. So, that's how me feel about the APHRODISIACS thing we want to talk about. Big up on yourself, Bridge 99 FM. Man.
I don't need no aphrodisiac. The person I'm with is the aphrodisiac. Once I look at them, I'll get wet and turned on. Once them appeal to me physically or otherwise, the rest will follow. I don't believe in any substance. I think it's in people's head. Get out on the head and into the moment.
First of all, the gentleman, as he said, he didn't want to continue taking this next thing. He's dependent on it. How real is that?
Real. It can become addictive because one, you take something, you're doing extra, you're going above and beyond what you normally do, right? So it's like it boosts his ego. You understand what I'm saying? And because you always want that feeling, that's how it becomes very addictive.
You have to also understand that your body is also adaptive. If once you get into using this, your body will adapt to say, okay, then fine. Once I need to initiate this kind of arousal, then I'm now depending on the pill to do so, because your body has now associated that type of arousal with the pill, which is also one of the reasons why we've been talking about it. Your continued need to have a healthy diet, because it helps you to flush the system out. Drink a lot of water right through the day, flush the system out, so your body almost goes back into a reset mode. You'll find that you'll take these pills, it works today, it works tomorrow, and then the next day you're not getting a reaction from it, because your body is now adapted to it, and then what it used to do for you is no longer doing anymore. So you have to keep a healthy diet on a continuous basis to help flush out the system. And as a guy said, which is true, you don't want to be able to depend on this to do what you need to do. But there might be those special occasions where you need that extra boost, right? And it's funny because even the lady who said that it's in your head, the reality is that a lot of men will tell you out there that I don't need these things. and the first experience, they will say, boy, it
When
really
they
did
try it,
something
it's
for me.
something else.
After they try.
After they try it,
Yeah,
right?
after they try
So,
it.
and the reality is that, yes, you will be somebody who can have sex and you can go on for an hour, and probably by the time you've gone 30 minutes, you kind of start to you're just moving through the oceans. But when you realize that you have this new stamina that is there, you find, oh, I can go on and I'm not feeling as lethargic I used to feel before, and I'm going through the motions. But what I always tell persons is that your sexual experience should be total. So you shouldn't just take this and then your girlfriend not knowing what is happening and she's not preparing herself for it, and then halfway through she's down and you're up.
It's true.
Right? It should be a total experience, and I
shared
guess
We're both into it.
right,
Yeah,
both
she
it,
should be
and that
prepared as
also
well.
leads to the reason why men should not even be afraid of introducing toys to the bedroom. Let it become a whole part of the experience. Don't think that, oh, I need to go and I'm trying to compete against the toy. It's not a competition. What it does is that it helps you to move through. It helps her as well to move through the process. So you realize that you have gone an hour, but you spend 30 minutes just pleasuring each other with toys and enjoying that moment before you get into doing any sort of insertion. So again,
And
all
especially
of
for the 5-second goals.
especially for the 5-second calls, extend it by creating a different type of environment that you're working with.
As the voice note from the young lady also said, it's in your mind based on how you feel about each individual. She's still young though, so she can say this. I can guarantee you she's still young. There's a lot of times we have it in our heads how we feel about the person, it's fully, but our bodies are not good, especially for men.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're in love with somebody, totally, it's going to give you a better reaction sexually to when you get together. But the reality and the lifestyles in some persons, and I said especially with age, men especially, it's not, yes, he loves you and yes, he's turned on by you in his head, but his private parts is not going with it.
No. And you have those special occasions too. You might be planning a whole weekend.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to, maximize the weekend.
And
You don't want first night and then second, third night you're out. You can't keep up with the second and third night because you have put everything in the first night. So these things are what will now help you to sustain throughout the weekend. Your first night is okay, second night is even better, third night gets even better, and then you go home and sleep for fourth night, right? So again, you have to know how to balance these things and introduce them into your sex life. As a matter of fact, it's funny because a lot of times when these things come on the market and we say we're going to try it, it's an inclusive thing. You say to your girlfriend, say, boy, I'm going to try this now. She said, okay, then fine. Let me start drinking some red wine and let me start getting my body together.
And then disappointments hits.
And then,
I want to ask Natalie. Natalie, what happens when we're doing these all kind of aphrodisiac stuff and then it doesn't come through the way we want it to do? What do we do next? Go to a doctor? She's not there.
She jumped
Oh,
off.
she's not there. Well, Jody, you could answer. I think you might know.
Go again?
When you take all these aphrodisiac things that's made to enhance sexual, pleasure, and it doesn't work, what do we do? And I'm not just speaking for men, both men and women.
All right. So remember I mentioned about your diet.
Right.
Your diet and your lifestyle has a lot to do with it. So as I said, I say to my clients, outside of taking these, you need to clean up your diet. You need to try to exercise, try to have a balanced diet, and try to have your lifestyle balance as well. Meaning you need to exercise, and you need to keep going, as Natalie had mentioned earlier. I think doing that, you'll actually get some results. Most persons, they'll go to the doctor because they think that maybe it's something that's going on with the body itself. Maybe you're ill and, you probably just need to know what's happening before you can take the next step.
And especially if you have diabetes.
Right. You have persons with these lifestyle diseases, and lifestyle diseases meaning cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes, all those. they need special attention, right? So their diet, their lifestyle, everything needs special attention. And if you don't know what's happening with your body, you'll be taking these things, they're not happening. It's going to kill your ego. It's going to kill your self-esteem because you're saying, well, nothing is going to happen. And then this will spill over in the relationship because you're going to say, well, I can't please my partner. And my partner probably won't look at me the same.
Or this is not the man or the girl for me.
Pardon?
Or this is not the man or the girl for me, you know, like they're
right. Not. And then some persons they start blaming their partner, saying, you know, because you're not doing this or because you're not doing that, when they're actually having
health issues,
some issue with their health.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
I want to bring in Sheldon. When we said too much alcohol, he said no.
Well, he's gonna say that because that's his thing.
So Sheldon.
Well, with that, I would say that a lot of persons have an enhanced experience when it is that they're under the influence. I won't say go overboard, drunk, where you're falling over yourself, because no one will enjoy an experience like that.
Right.
But a lot of persons are like to get themselves there with alcohol, and then they have an amazing night, a better night than previously.
Right.
So, yeah, I was a bit touched when Jody said that.
But you know what's funny? What is
the
funny?
Alcohol?
No, yes. She said too much.
Too much.
Right.
Okay.
And she went on to say anything that's done over excesses.
Right.
It's true. That's true. It is true.
So don't get offensive or touches. We're not cussing out alcohol. He actually made a drink for me. I don't know.
Is that the famous blue juice?
No, mine's is
not
yellow.
This time,
mine
Jody.
is yellow.
Oh.
Is there a blue juice here?
Not tonight.
Oh, which show me what you have.
So most Jamaicans know rum punch. Well, I love it. It's one of our go-to drink whenever we go to a restaurant or a club. This other drink, it's a mix, a vodka mix that I created called the Grapevine.
Ooh.
I created it for Tropicana, and it itself was a hit. But of course, I'll leave it here for others to try.
Daniela to try, not me. What's in them, though? What's in them? What makes them so good in making people get turned on?
Alcohol aside.
You can keep one of your secret ingredients if you don't want to tell us.
Alcohol aside, it has this itself. The rum punch has in a fruit punch mix, lime juice, rum of course, and Angostura bitters.
So what make you think that can help somebody to be turned on? You've been told?
I've experienced it for myself firsthand. I've been told by friends, colleagues, and persons that just come to the bar and just say, Sheldon, I don't know what you did me last time. My partner thanks you. Cause them go
and
home.
persons who come to my event and try your stuff.
It's true.
And the other one? What's in the other one?
So this has in vodka as well as little lime juice. It has in Tropicana grape. And well, that's about it for this one. It's pretty simple.
This way you give me now when me over here so I sip. And all of a sudden can't keep still on the chair. What's in mine? And this is non-alcoholic, by the way, guys.
So even though it's non-alcoholic, I made sure to use ingredients that would spark an interest, so to speak.
Right, because it doesn't taste like a regular fruit juice or anything. I don't even know what it tastes like. It just tastes nice.
So that mix itself purposely used passion fruit because of the unique taste in it.
Yes.
Now,
that's what that is.
As a bartender, I can say for sure that it's not just the alcohol that does it. It's the ingredients that you mix. Now with that, I use passion fruit and a little bit of lime juice to give it a tart taste that gives a tingly feeling.
Oh yeah, turn my blood around.
And that tingly feeling travels all over as you'll experience.
So just passion fruit and lime juice?
No, it has in club soda as well, just to give it an effervescent taste.
And it's refreshing.
I'm glad you approve.
I do. It's really nice. And I can imagine if I was at a club or a party and, everything's going together. I don't drink alcohol, by the way. Never have, never going to, just don't want it. And so I would definitely be ordering this.
For sure.
All right. Jody, what would you recommend with this drink? Like, I don't drink alcohol and I'm out now. And it's not giving me the rush I want, because no, my partner is drinking black juice or whatever that is. And he's way ahead of me. And I'm not yet there.
Well, if it's something that you want to take orally, I would recommend something it's pretty, well, I wouldn't say it's new, but it's taken the market by storm.
Okay.
It's a honey. This is something that you can actually add to your drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's in it and what's the name of it?
Made of ginseng. Pardon?
What's in it and what's the name of it?
No, it's actually honey.
Oh, it's honey.
Yeah, it's honey.
It's called honey?
Pardon?
Just regular honey?
No, it's not just regular honey. There's ginseng in it, right? You have ginseng, and there's some other ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more natural than the X or the M or all those things that persons would take.
Okay.
So I recommend these for females who want to take something orally, but for persons like myself who like to get a head start of my partner, I would use something like this.
And what is that?
I'd use a bullet. These are toys.
Yeah, what toy are you holding?
So as Damian mentioned earlier, a lot of males, well, I mean, you have different type of partners now. So for like some same-sex relationship, you might have other females. They think that these are their competition.
What is it you're holding? What is it you're holding?
Right, this is a rose.
Okay.
This is a rose.
Okay.
It's actually a vibrator.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, am I allowed to say
yes, you
the
are.
body part on it?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so your clitoris will actually go here, inside, and it massage and actually lick the clitoris.
Okay. What goes inside of there?
Clitoris.
Your clit go into the thing?
Right.
So what kind of clit? I mean, I'm not clit for gonna wear, so.
Trust me, it will fit right there.
Oh, you just rest it on it?
Okay.
Right, you put it inside here.
Put my clit inside there?
Right, so there's a suction.
Oh, that's gonna suck it up.
Right.
Right.
Like a mouth.
But I mean, you can't see what's going on inside, but yeah.
No, when you said put your clit in there, just sound like this clit is a little penis. No, it just sounds scary. Man, no.
No, it actually sucks on it and licks it.
Okay.
So it does something like this one. Let's see if I can get it on. You can see the motion.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And that has speeds?
And this has 10 speeds.
Boy.
I mean, trust me, you'll only need one. You'll only need one. So
and what's that called?
It's also a rose, but there's a rose with a tongue.
Steph, it's the rose with the tongue that goes from 1 to 10. All right, Stephanie?
Right. And this is a rose 1 to 10, but it has
that has a speed too?
This has 10 speeds as well.
How where is the speeds on it? On you can turn it up?
You can turn it up from the side.
And it says 1 to 10, or there is nothing? You
click. You press until.
Oh, okay.
It's the same with this one, but this one has this part attached. Now, if you have a partner, I wouldn't really recommend this part. I'd recommend one of these. Because, as I said, you don't want to exclude your partner from the equation.
Right.
Because they already have this thing in their head that, I have to be competing against a toy. I explain to them that, listen, this is an aid. This actually helps. Mm-hmm. So persons like, for myself, I like clitoral stimulation.
Okay.
I like that a lot. So I will use a bullet, which is a smaller toy. I'd use something like that to get me in the mood. so that, I'm better prepared. I'm not going on the battlefield just there.
It's a battlefield. While he's still up.
While, exactly. And
Well,
while having intercourse, you can actually use your toy, and it enhances the sexual experience so much.
well, let me extend on that.
Natalie, I would like her to just, because she has to go.
Yes.
This is usually she's on midnight land normally at this time. So I'd like her to just give me some final words on food, to keep us sexually active with our healthy sex life. Natalie? I'm not seeing her. All right, I guess. All right, we get back to her. You were going to say something.
Yes, I'm saying just an extension to what you were saying. I mean, you're going out with your partner, and you guys are going to a club, and like you say that you don't drink alcohol, and
No, I
he's
don't.
ahead of you. There's something that I really like, and that's the panty vibe.
what?
The panty vibe.
What
The
is
panty
that?
vibe. It's a vibrator that the female wears in her panty, but it's a remote control that the male has. So I'm controlling the remote. So I mean, as I said, the sexual experience starts wherever you
Right.
are.
All right, hold that sex between Natalie is back. Natalie, we just want your final words on to, what we can do or can't do or need to do to enhance our sexual, the food, the thing. Where can we find you?
Thank you. I'm really sorry about that. My internet provider is not acting as my friend tonight.
I
So
understand.
one thing that I wanted to mention that I hadn't spoken about before is that you might have heard of psychedelic mushrooms, magic mushrooms, and in
Yeah.
very low doses, things that we call microdoses. So I'm talking about 0.1 of a gram. These mushrooms are to heighten sexual arousal. So again, mushrooms you want it to be knowledgeable before just jumping in and using them. But it can be very useful in your whole,
Where can you get those?
sexual journey
Where can you
of
get them?
improving overall sexual health. So overall sexual health.
Not hearing you. Oh my gosh. She's gone again. Where can we get those though? Where can we get those
I'm
mushrooms?
so sorry.
I know, that's all right. Where can we get those?
So at the Life Store, we have psychedelic mushrooms as part of all the other stuff that we offer, and our team is very knowledgeable and very responsible in the conversations that we have. So you can find us on Instagram at the Life Store JA, or physically we're at the Super Value Town Center
Where?
on Constant Spring Road.
I didn't hear where.
The Super Value Town Center on Constant Spring Road.
And you'll guide, and if you're not there, there's
At the
people there
Life
to
Store.
guide you. Repeat it for me, please.
Sure. The Life Store.
Oh, the Life Store.
Yep. We are in the Super Value
Super Valley
Center
Town Center on Constant Spring Road.
on Constant Spring Road. Yeah.
All right. I just want to thank you, Natalie. I know it's past your bedtime. That's why the internet
know.
don't work, because you're not normally up. So you wouldn't even know it don't work past 10 o'clock. But I want to thank you. And of course, the Life Store at the
wouldn't
Super
even
Value
know.
Shopping Center on Constant Spring Road to go get. I know people are going to be interested in the mushroom especially. But for what other drink or mix do you have that you'd recommend? Or food that you have at the store that's ready for us to just eat and get hot? Like what this man bring, come give me.
Oh, that stuff. We have sunflower seeds. We have pumpkin seeds. We have maca. We have horny goat weed. We have everything.
All right, so we just have to come. All right, Daniela and I will be there.
No point.
You have to come.
Thank you so very much, and we'll repeat your address again later in the show. Thank you so very much. We're gonna go to a break right after. We'll be right back. Sex on the Bridge. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Sex on the Bridge with me, the original dancehall queen Carlene. And I have in studio with me Damien Mitchell and Sheldon Spencer, and on Zoom, Jodianne Savage. We're talking about aphrodisiac, what can get us hot and what cannot. So we're going to learn, we've been learning about some of the food types. Sheldon has introduce some new drink into the mix, and he's also been telling us. You were telling me earlier about a pill.
Yes. So there is a pill that we also carry called Stula. It's
long distance.
Yeah, it's natural ingredients that makes it up, and let me tell you my first experience with that. I was actually going down to hedonism for the weekend.
Oh, you're ready.
And I said, okay, then fine. I mean, this is the best place to see if it actually
Story
works.
time.
Right? And I went down there, totally forgot about it. First night was Friday night, totally forgot about it, just enjoying yourself and getting into the mix of things. And then Saturday, I said, we actually have that pill that we're supposed to try. So I said, okay, then fine, let's try the pill. Took the pill like about 11 o'clock.
PM?
No, in the
AM.
day. Because remember, you're at Hedo, there's no time in terms of, right?
Sex is all right.
Sex is right. So we took about 11 o'clock in the day. And let me tell you, by about 12 o'clock, I'm saying, whatever reaction is happening, something is not right.
Erection is happening.
And let me tell you, we were at it from about 12 until about 3 o'clock, right? After 3 o'clock, you take a break and we fell asleep, got up back, went to dinner.
Hold on, so you're having sex for 3 hours?
Having sex for 3 hours, right? And the good thing about it.
Hold on, so you never had an orgasm?
Multiple orgasms.
Oh, okay.
Multiple orgasms. And the good thing about it is that you're now in a place where you're not secluded to one location.
Right.
So we're moving to the balcony, we're moving outside, we're moving all over the place with no restrictions. And I guess all of that also helps to increase the moment that is there.
Go wild.
But what was surprising is that went to sleep, got up back, was at dinner, and was like, no man, this thing is still working. Right? And she was like, you sure? And I'm like, well, look for yourself. Right? And I'm like, okay, then fine. So this, I guess this thing is still in the system. Went another round, right there on the dinner table. Again, it all depends on where you are.
Yes.
Right down the dinner table. Right? And after we moved through that session, that was like probably about another 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We moved to that session and then we were dancing in the club and whatever it is. And then we moved over to...
What time are we now? Dinner done, lunch
done?
Dinner
finished now. It's about 10 o'clock in the night where we're at the club dancing.
So from 11 a.m. to almost half a whole day, 12 hours.
Almost half a whole day, right? Went through that session, went to the club, right? And again, had sex again in the club. Knocked out this time, went to bed.
Oh, so you take 2 naps. So you take one the first time and then
man, knocked out and went to bed. Now, men normally wake up with an erection.
Yes.
That was no different this time. Woke up with the erection again in the morning.
After 12 hours
worth of activities.
So that you say name Stula, right?
So I guess it's
living up to...
That's why
I'm just like a notation. No,
Just
like a notation.
First, before we forget it, how can we get long distance Stula?
So you can purchase it from Indulge Erotica. Right? You can purchase it from Indulge Erotica.
Okay, where is that? Oh,
Jody, I'll give you a call.
I'm right
all right,
here.
all right, Jody.
Yeah, Jody's right there. So
sell it out before we forget. Come on, where you get it?
So my page, it's Indulge Erotica JA1. So that's the Instagram page. There are persons who they don't want to call. They prefer to make a fake email and send me an email, or they prefer to order.
Why, they're shy? They're embarrassed?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just probably shy, So it's Indulge Erotica JA1. That's the Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
And the number is 571-6209.
Say it
It's a
again.
capsule. It's
Say the
very
number again.
small. 571-6209.
Guys, catch it. And this is for men, right?
Yeah, this here is for males.
Okay.
Only for males for this one.
So when Emma got 12 hours, what do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah, why I get him get still a long distance, still a what I get.
Well, as I said, you can use the vibrator
toys.
that I recommended, or you can try the honey.
Oh, the honey. No, because if he's going to go all day, I know I can't manage that. So I would have to have
Right.
something to chase with him.
Right. Yeah, you can try the honey. For the females, we had the female stula, but we're making some changes to the ingredients.
Why?
So that one, it wasn't as strong
Last as
we
long as
want
the
it to
stula.
be. No, it wasn't.
Have you ever tried the honey?
Me?
Yes.
No, I haven't tried the honey, but I'm going to soon. I have one right here that I want to try as soon as I'm feeling better.
Okay.
But I have I have friends who they've tried it, and persons as far as Montego Bay, Mandeville. Tomorrow I have to go to the Knoxford to send someone on the Knoxford to Mandeville, and they love it.
How
A
you
matter
got?
of fact,
How
a
you-
matter of fact, they've been using it before I started selling it. I didn't even know about it, and they're like, no, this is good.
How you got
is
in
good.
this kind of business and why? Just curious.
It started about 4 years ago, David.
Yeah,
You
about
remember?
4
It was
years.
a long time ago.
Yeah, about 4 years.
Yeah, I had a friend who she had some toys, and she said, "Boy, Jody, I want to get rid of these. I know you're into toys because I love toys." And she asked me, she said, "Sell it to your friend. I just want to get rid of them." And in just a couple of days, I sold all. And she's like, "No, man, this could be a business." But then it stopped there. But then because of my passion, I love toys, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take it out. And from then I started doing that. But then persons started reaching out to me saying, "Boy, I don't want toys. I want something else that can help me sexually because, whether it's erectile dysfunction or you just want another, like some excitement
Some
or something
enhancement.
else."
Mhm.
Right. They want that extra oomph. So that's how I got involved with the stula and by extension, other stuff.
Oh, now I know. Do you have anything
Yeah.
or know of anything for somebody who's highly sexual and would like to tone it down?
Actually,
know of
no, I
anything?
don't.
Any fruits,
I
any
think because-
vegetables, anything? I wanted to ask Natalie, but yeah, if you're because you have a lot of people who is
Oh, yeah.
highly sexual who can't even the
Right.
partners can't keep up with them.
But funny enough, I've never had anyone who reach out to me and say, this is my issue. So, I need help with this. I've never had anyone like that.
I don't
so I've
think
never
people
really
usually
searched.
say they have an issue with it or talk about it. They just
Yeah.
keep it to themselves. And especially
Yeah.
women.
Yeah, I don't. I don't actually. Probably Natalie would probably be the best person to ask.
Yeah.
What are your experience with aphrodisiac though? Because it must have been that you know all of the difference away from how you got into the business.
Right. Well, as I said, I've tried the female stula. That at the time that I didn't see any difference with how I was performing, because at that time my sexual appetite was high, so I really didn't see a difference. But in terms of, as I mentioned, the oils and using the diffuser and stuff like that, that helped with me, and a little wine as well. Persons, as I said, don't do it in excess, but wine really hits the spot for me. Yeah, those chocolate as well. I've had, and salmon. Salmon. I think a lot of us, we underestimate salmon, but salmon is really, really high on my list.
Which other fish can you know? Salmon, deer.
It is.
No
And I don't know
spratter, no
why
little
my
tiki or whatever.
yeah my I don't know, my appetite is a little different because pistachios. I don't know why I like the expensive stuff.
I'm telling you.
Pistachio ain't
No,
cheap.
what happened to the regular peanuts?
And I don't like the regular peanuts.
Oh, so you
But
don't know if it
pistachio,
does anything.
Yeah, when I have pistachio, that works for me as well.
Okay.
So those from my experience.
I
yeah.
want to ask Sheldon, do you as a mixologist, do you just create drinks that's going to turn people on, or it's requested?
With that, I don't just create drinks to turn people on. Most time is someone make that personal request.
So you're, give me a club that you work or where you work.
All right, right now I'm working at Tack Bar. That's at Devon House. Though I'm not in the bar itself, but
You're the person. So somebody just sees you and come up and say, make one drink with me, honey.
yeah.
Really?
So yeah, like someone will come to the bar and say, "You can make me a special drink." All right, I ask them, "How do you want to feel after you drink it?"
Yeah.
And they'll tell me exactly how they want to feel. And then, all right, as I say less, create it right on the spot and then that one drink turned into 3 or 4. And they get exactly where they want to go.
Have you ever created a drink that the person end up wanting to go home with you?
I
Please the fifth.
I think I'll pass on that.
All right, no problem.
I'll just say
But you
no,
know,
no.
Carlene,
Huh?
you know, a big thing as well is coffee.
What does coffee do?
For me,
And this is the
I
drink, not the
love-
artist.
No, yeah, the drink. Well, not the drink. It's more like
The tea.
the scent.
Oh, the coffee scent.
Yes,
Yes, because the
It's-
candles smell real good.
right. And because of that, I tend to I keep them in my bedroom because
You have a lot of things going on over your window. Your poor
It's a
partner.
mixture of it's a mixture of stuff. But I mean, we're so focused on what to eat and what to drink. But as Damien mentioned in his introduction, with the mind,
Yes.
and I tell my partners, sex for me is not just something physical.
It's mental.
It's not.
Yeah.
Mental. This has to be there as well. So, yes, when I see something, that I enjoy, let's say I look at my partner, yes, it turns me on. If
I
my
wholeheartedly
partner
agree with that.
comes out in something that is pleasing and makes me get aroused, of course I'm going to want to, I wouldn't say jump him, but I'm gonna want to have sex. I'm gonna be turned on. I like to role play as well. That's a big thing for me. I love to role play.
And let me tell you also, and this mostly happened for women, where we do have sex mostly from our minds. And sometimes men don't care to understand that when you have a hard day, a man's hard day is to release sexual tension. A woman's hard day is to release mental tension. So she wants to have a good night rest without any sex. And sometimes men don't understand that and thinks, okay, it doesn't matter. Whatever went through the day, I still want to have sex with you. And it's a turn off for women.
And at the same time, some of them, they want to talk about it with their partner. And then after talking about it and feeling better, that's when they are turned on.
Exactly, because if you don't,
There you go.
if you don't rush into it, like, no, you have an erection, so you just want to release it. If, as Sheldon says, if you speak of it and we'll work it through, and again, it comes back to the mind. He starts to stimulate her mind with something other than the direct sex.
Right.
She start feel,
Even a massage. A
Yeah.
massage is.
Yeah, I said,
I think
baby, don't worry about it.
we
Yeah.
yeah, we
So run the hot
downplay the
bath.
sense of touch. We downplay the sense of touch so much. A
S-
massage is it's something that I think should be included
well, I don't like
as
massages. Shit, but if you kiss me up or something else that trying to
yeah,
say to me, all right, don't let's relax and don't think about it and no problem. I will do it
right,
another night. But as you're saying, it's the intimacy of it that
right.
changes everything. Men, I hope you're
It
listening.
does.
Well, do we have a voicemail? We're gonna listen to another voicemail.
I've never found myself needing anything to enjoy the true spectrum of my sexuality and to really have a good go at my partner. And I mean, I've had all the things listed. I've had oysters, I've had asparagus, I've had, the pills that you buy at the gas station. And I haven't really found anything that enhanced any engagement for me beyond the true love and attraction and raw appeal of another person. What is an aphrodisiac in comparison to just two hearts entwined? What is an aphrodisiac when put up against just true raw gut churning lust? That's just not necessary. Not at all. Once I popped a molly and thought I'd have the best sex in the world. The best sex of my life. That's not true. The best sex I've ever had was with a man with a large penis and the skill to use it. Didn't hurt that he was hot, incredibly attractive, caramel complexioned, bodied, muscular. Did I say he had a large penis? Now, these are the things that need to come together for me to have a good time. Not a can of sardines or bull testicle or whatever else is on the list of aphrodisiac.
Well, she was clear. That's her aphrodisiac.
Yes.
A sexy, big penis. She
Yes.
said it. Did I say
A
it again?
large penis.
A large penis makes her. That's your aphrodisiac. It doesn't mean you have to
Yes.
eat or drink. So as we said when we started the show, it is mental.
Right.
And
And
again,
I want us to move away from just eating and drinking.
yeah, because
The scope is so far beyond that.
and as she
That's
said,
true.
as another caller, if you notice, is mostly the women are saying they're turned on by men who don't need
Right.
nothing because
sight.
it's easier for us. We don't have erections. We're gonna listen to another voice note.
All right, good night. This is not weird. So I've had alcohol and marijuana several times before engaging in, sexual activities. So there's a huge difference between when you're sober and when you're high or intoxicated. When you're intoxicated or high, it's just the feel. We're talking about sex, right? The feeling, the pleasure that you get from that, the sensation, it has heightened like to an extreme. So your body, how you're feeling towards the person, it does like lead you astray, and it makes you feel 100 times better when you're having sex. So yeah.
All right, so I've taken energy drinks before engaging in sexual activity, and I can tell you this, it gives you a much better buzz. You're much more energetic. You do things that you wouldn't normally do if you're tired. And also it's a stimulant, it's a psychostimulant. So you're more alert, you're more in tune with what's going on. Everybody can feed off of that energy. I don't know if it's really the energy drinks that work, but I know it made me feel better. It made me feel more energetic and more powerful still. So I might think that.
My favorite is whipped cream. Draw for the whipped cream and the crush ice. Food do food make me feel nice. Yeah, the whipped cream. That's the bomb.com. Squirt it here, squirt it there, squirt it on the neck, squirt it on the boop, 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 boop. The tongue action play foreplay. Yeah, that is the main one for me. And also,
You see, everybody has, as again, all the,
Yeah.
well, one female, she said weed and alcohol,
And
you know,
alcohol.
and we've known this from not even me not drinking, from watching people. The minute you have a little alcohol and you're out of control, you'll have people who are strict, boring, and give them a drink or a spliff, and it's a 360, you know, or
Yeah.
a 180.
The 180.
It's a 180 where they come right back. It's so everybody has different reasons and reaction to different things. I can't
Different
speak.
stimulants.
Yeah, I can't speak to alcohol and marijuana, but I can tell you, chocolate and conch for me, it works.
You know, one of the things that persons often
And whipped cream. I've never heard anybody got turned on by eating whipped cream. I know you're turned on because, you know, it's on you.
part of the
But boy,
experience.
he made whipped
No,
cream.
I get turned on by seeing it on someone.
Yeah,
Right, seeing
yeah.
it, but he was eating it because when you see it on someone, you know exactly what's going to
What's
happen
coming next?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess probably that's what he meant to. I
So the
don't know.
mind, it comes back to the mind.
Of course.
It does.
And I think the mind is the most powerful aphrodisiac that exists for anyone. I tell people all the time that your sexual experience need to be borderless, and not constrained by the bedroom, for example. I mean, both of you at work. You should be messaging person. You should be having sex with them at work before they even reach home.
Of course.
You're
So you
messaging
started-
each other. You say, go to the bathroom and send me a pic. You know, something that they will do out of the norm that just says, oh, I can't believe I
Right.
actually sent that picture. And
Not
that just
send you
doing
no
it
pic.
alone,
Yeah.
just doing it alone turns them on. You know, do the simple things, you know. I mean, even stuff that
The
person will do,
role
you know, send
playing.
a gift over, that kind of stuff. All of those stuff.
All the
is-
time. Send me to Western Union.
You know,
It's true.
all of those,
If you want me to be
stimulant.
turned on all day, all night, give me money.
that's your aphrodisiac.
My first aphrodisiac.
You know, despite my profession and everything, my partner can tell you I'm a mental person. We can engage in a certain conversation and I'm twisting it. And I'm just, she's like, how do you twist the simplest conversation? It's
To a sexual one.
It's an art of mine. And it gets her, she loves it, and it gets us going.
Of course. And as one of the young ladies said, a parent, and as Jodiana says, she's seen her partner. Men think, oh, one just must come naked. Not all the time. Seeing the boxer sitting down on your horse when the body athletic and, you know, you're seeing all of the cutout. Sorry.
I mean, some females like guys who are chubby because they see them as this nice teddy bear. And,
You don't want
you know,
to see a
that
chubby man.
floats their
It's like she
boat.
telling you don't mind feeling him, but you don't want to see him.
No, but
No.
some females that floats their boat. So
That's true. It's
She-
true.
I'm telling you, she don't want to see him. She doesn't want him to feel good about himself. No,
I mean,
you
whatever
want to
floats
feel
her
him.
boat.
You don't mind probably feeling him, but I don't see anybody want to see no big belly fat man. Really? That turn?
Yeah, they do.
I think he has money.
Yes, yeah, females who are like that.
Ooh.
Just like,
You
just
see
like
that- you
you
see that
have
white
males
t-shirt
who
with
Yeah.
they
panty
like
showing below and she
females
walking
who
past
are
the television.
big
The
boned.
button-up T-shirt.
Trust me.
Trust.
There are different things that
Turn on
stimulate
different people.
stimulate persons.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think there's any person who can say that visual stimulation isn't one of the highest aphrodisiac
It is.
for them. Whatever stimulates you visually. You know, some persons, and even tell persons that, I mean, I have a sex toy suitcase, and just bringing out the suitcase sometimes get girls stimulated because they're now opened up to
They
the
get
whole experience and
excited.
Well,
excited
at
that's
least
going
you'd
on
have
there.
told them before, because that would creep me out.
No man, they'll know before. I mean, you'll have the conversation and they're expecting it. They're looking forward to seeing what is happening with this whole stuff.
I
right?
remember a man saying something one day. It was, no, it's not me you want. It's the other person, and he says, "What? Hell no," because in a man's view, beauty is not in the vision, because when the lights are off, which most time they are, you can't see a pretty face. But you can feel voluptuous breasts and
that kind of
bottom. And when he said it, I was like, oh, that's why Jamaican men have this thing for, fluffy, more, no disrespect to them,
And that's what I was saying earlier, Carlene. I was saying,
no,
just
not in
like
a man, not in a man,
no
though.
Man.
Oh.
No, what I was saying is like, just like you have the males, just like the females who like the chubby guys, you have males who like women with large boobs.
Right, that's different from a large belly.
But you have some males who like females with a little pouch.
No, they say that because they don't want you to feel bad. That's not true. That's not true.
When you, and I'm not pointing anybody out, when there's a female and she has a little pouch, and you're rubbing her down, and then you just come like this and just grab the sides.
Right, a little pouch, not a big old belly.
You grab the sides and then you carry your hand around and just rub it. You just rub it.
Right, your males like that.
So why so many women doing all these tummy tuck and all these things? What is it? Look.
It's part of the female.
Exactly.
It's funny.
Age-old saying is that
women have a tendency.
They dress well for other female, not for the
just
males.
Just how other females will view them. Right.
It's not for us
not
males.
Necessarily for males.
It's not for the males.
For men, once you have it down there, you have it down there. And once you're good in bed, you're good in bed, and that is good enough for them. We don't need a whole
ensemble,
and we don't need a long dress and all that kind of stuff. But however,
fake hair
for the woman,
if
the woman go out, she's looking to see how another female is looking at her.
You two might be exceptional, but there's a lot of men who want your belly to be flat, and they're clear with it.
Yeah,
there are a lot, but trust me, there are males when.
Right, there's exceptional because nothing is 100%.
Yeah.
No,
give me a six-pack any day. I'll take a six-pack any day.
Yeah, but then there are guys who will look at me, they're like, females mustn't have like a six-pack. They should have just a little tummy, just a little bit. You
hear a little him tell you, just a little. Him don't want a six-pack, him don't want to feel like he's with a man. which is a difference, because I don't want to have a six-pack where you wonder which one to wear, So you hear a little him tell you, just a little, because he doesn't want you to muscular. Right.
But it's funny because I have a friend who, thick woman, that's it for him.
Thick is different from fat.
Yes.
And things are roll over. Of course, I'm thick. I'm not fat. I have no rolls.
Yeah.
So it's a difference with some men don't like that at all.
Yeah. And
some men only like slim, very slim, and the slimmer is the better.
Mm-hmm.
Some women, I don't like a fat man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't like a fat
there
man.
are females who love them.
And as I'm saying, everybody will have a choice.
That's true.
Yeah, big up the females who are like big belly, big everything. So we're going to take a big break on that big. The only thing big we want is what the lady said twice.
I thought you were going to say bank account.
The big bank account first. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Sex on the Bridge. It's man a long distance to long. We're going to welcome back to Sex on the Bridge. We're going straight into our phone call. Hello,
Hi,
good night.
Hi, good night.
Oh, thank God.
What's up?
How are you? I was just hoping it wasn't somebody else. Yes, because I was, I didn't want to be rude, and I was trying.
To be honest, I don't really know the story about that particular individual, but I think I heard some utterances.
Yes, last week I'm not allowed to take any call from him, so I was like, woo.
That's really sad, though. But I mean, we have to find a way of working things out sometimes,
All right.
Because sometimes, the funny thing is, I view life like this. Sometimes, as I would say to women, you're searching for a guy, but the guy that you're searching for doesn't come in the package that you are looking for.
So then you should keep looking.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, the package that you're looking for is not what you'll find your golden or your nice and shining armor in. So just the same way, sometimes we turn down some people that actually bring us other customers, other listeners, other, you know what I mean?
Right.
More
But I
so
think
than the person.
if you meet somebody and it connects, it's that should all that matters. As I might say, I don't like big belly fat men, but if I met a big belly fat man and it's connecting and I'm not gonna fight it. Yeah, because I'm not
Well,
warped, so
I'm
it's,
referring to the gentleman, the indirectly, you know.
Okay.
But anyways, you know, I was listening earlier. Some of the things I wanted to comment about, I may have forgotten. But
sorry.
One of the things I wanted to say, you know, back in the days when I was younger, growing up, and possibly now, since I'm really, even though I'm more an adult now, I'm not as active as I would have liked to. I'm single, you know, but the thing is, I realized that over the years that nuts did a lot for me.
Okay.
You know, legumes, I love my legumes and my nuts, but peanuts in particular.
Yes, it is a good.
Yeah, it helps with the inert energy. My inert energy. It also helps in terms of building my my semen. You know, gosh, I think I'm stumbling over my thoughts. But the long term of it, it increases the amount of semen that I would, you know, ejaculate at times.
Okay.
Inert energy, and you know, it just makes everything make you feel better overall during sex.
All right.
So I would encourage our brothers to eat more peanuts. You know, if you are having sex often, drink a lot of water. If you're not really attracted to the water, try like watermelon, fruits, and so forth.
Yeah, we said that in the beginning. The Jody and and Natalie, the health coach, said that in the beginning. She gave a list of food products that's good for enhancing.
The watermelon also has other benefits, like it's also good with like kidney stones and so forth.
Okay.
Just like cucumber. Right. But the sex toys thingy, I really don't really encourage sex toys, even though yes, they can be, be used sometimes, but I kind of have a problem with them. If you become addicted to these things, it can cause problems for your relationship.
Well, I've been having this show for a couple of weeks now, and so far the women who uses them have no problem with it, especially when they speak with their partners. So I guess, different strokes, different folks.
Sometimes women lie. Some of us may be shallow, some may not be, but you see, men have different tastes, just like women have different tastes, different things they like, some things they'll accept, some things they don't accept. It depends on your partner. So yes, you definitely have to have a conversation with your partner, and that's how you know. Well, sometimes your partner may not even tell you the truth, that you know, like there's something they are, maybe more, or you because she used it more than me. I think the boy she would have the man or what. You get what I mean?
So it all wind down to who likes what.
I mean, toys. I'm talking about toys.
Right, and I'm saying it all still wind down to a man who don't mind his wife or woman or, while some men, Damien right here says he has a whole suitcase and his partner loves it. So it's each to its own.
Yes, each to its own. For me, really, I don't like the idea.
All right.
And then again, it can be discussed because guess what? Even if, for example, let's say you are my partner, for example, and you're saying you're going to use it, whether it may be because I am away or you just like to try things, there are options, depending on what it is that I don't like about the tie. So that
right, so we're going to choose the one that, let's say you're away, as you're saying, we're going to choose the one that we're both okay with.
Yeah, but you see, Jamaica is at a point now where a woman run things at Jamaica. If a woman says she wants to use the one she wants, you can't tell her so the one you get what I mean? And she use it and she actually experience the pleasure. You get what I mean?
Okay, all right.
So,
I want you to continue listening because we have another call that that's waiting, and I want you to please continue listening. And you can send a voice note too, to finish your thoughts, right? So please continue listening, and thank you for calling. Where are you calling from?
Very well. Thanks for your time.
All right.
Good night.
Night. Hello. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, it's okay. How are you guys doing?
We're all great.
Very good.
Yeah, man, big up on yourself.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Carlene,
Yes, good night.
you know, similar like I did the big belly man them still.
No, man, I'm not doing them anyway, but two fat people can't make it, man.
My belly big still, well. My belly, I wouldn't, my belly big in but I wouldn't say, it extra big, but still a little thing, you know?
Right, I said big belly, not little belly.
Oh. Money like 400 pound in thing there.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little... And then I'm going to be afraid because I'm going to be keep watching to see if I'm having a heart attack. It's too much, yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, it's not like I want a Mr. Universe body. I mean, if I get a mini Mr. Universe body, I don't even like a too muscular man, so I like it. What's your opinion though on aphrodisiac?
Man, it's a good thing, you know.
What's your favorite thing to get you going?
Repeat.
What's your favorite thing to get you going? What turns you on if you eat it or drink it?
No, man. All right, what is now? You see chocolate? Chocolate is my number one thing, you know. Love my chocolate.
Nice, me too.
You understand? I love my ice cream too.
Me too.
Yeah. The nuts, them, all right. You know what I mean? And the oysters.
Oh, the oysters. Okay.
Yeah, but for me personally, number one, chocolate, man.
Chocolate. All right. So you're not to consume too much though, right?
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the health coach earlier on, she says, if you have too much fatty food, will cause indigestion, bloatedness, all kind of problems. So if you do the ice cream today, chocolate tomorrow, don't do both of them together.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, and continue listening to Sex on the Bridge with me every Tuesday night.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourself.
All
TJ. This is TJ from Kingston.
All right, TJ.
All right, blessings.
Yes. We have another voice note we're going to listen to.
My favorite is whipped cream. Draw for the whipped cream. I think it is necessary for whipped cream to be one of the main things in the bedroom with actual strawberries. Yeah, running on all the crease and curves. The whipped cream and that strawberry moving along the body and everything, make you reach on cloud 9. Yeah, that's like, yes. No?
All right. That it just made me feel like I would have a Sunday. Whipped cream with the straw. It's a real strawberry.
No, not the
real
fake ones.
strawberry. Yeah, there's fake strawberries. I think you mean fresh. Okay, another voice note.
Especially when I drink the slow wine. The slow wine. The slow wine just the peak, the climaxing off of that is like, yo, slow wine for me. Yeah.
Right?
Slow wine. That.
I think that's true based on a lot of people who have had it. Yeah, they said, listen, what did this you do to me? I didn't do. I gave you a drink, big up to slow wine, of course.
Yeah.
You see, a lot of people have different choices, different things that they do. Yes, it all winds down to the mentalness of it, but there's things, Sheldon goes and make a drink, and that drink helps to put. You're not even thinking about things when you have any answers.
Right. And I think one of the things that persons need to take away from all of this is that it's not one cap fit all.
Exactly.
Everybody has a different thing that stimulates them. And you have to find what stimulates you,
right,
and work with it. And if it stop working, find something else.
True.
It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. So you might hear one person talk about whipped cream, one person talk about strawberries, one person talk about chocolate, one person talk about alcohol. There are different things that's out there to stimulate. Find what works for you and your partner, and then
we're going to listen to another voice now.
You see that pill there? So that pill, the name Stola. One of the best pills I've ever take. No side effects. When I get extra high, I'm gonna feel a crash after. It's just a nice feeling where when I'm ready, I'm ready. And when she think I'm done, I'm up and at it again. Best believe. Oh boy, she ask me, why may I give to her all night? No, just let her take. Definitely a product I recommend.
What can I say about the silver Stella? Other than it increase the staying power, make your girl get multiple orgasms. All I can say is it bad.
Well, see, we're getting testimonies from people who have tried it.
Listen, I had a client. When I just started with Stula, I had a gold Stula. And then I decided to up it, and this one is the platinum. And a client said to me, Jody, listen, breeze just blow on me and I am ready. He said, literally breeze. And he said after he ejaculated, he was able to go again. Usually he would want to sleep because he's a little tired.
Right, to make the blood come
but he was up again.
And there's a lot of it, we have to keep reminding the listeners that it has to do with youth. People who are probably exercising, eating right. Keeping so it will vary. Somebody else could take the whole case of Stula and nothing happens.
And probably doesn't work.
Yes, because they have medical issues or just not a healthy body person, although they're not sick, So we have to understand, please do not bash anybody if you got drink slow wine or Sheldon make you a drink and no tingling. It's just nothing would work for you. Because I've heard people who have said to me, Varga and Cialis, or we want to call, that it doesnn't work.
Yeah, I have clients that those things don't work for them either.
Yeah, and back in when we were young, when I was young, they would talk about Chinese brush and stone and Spanish fly and all those things.
And Spanish fly.
No, those are sold on the shelves. You can now buy Spanish fly in any sex toy shop or pharmacy.
A partner and I tried Spanish fly in the past, and we expected to have a great time. It actually turned us off.
What did it do?
Literally nothing. We were mentally aroused and ready for this, and then we took it, and then we're like,
waiting.
I'm actually okay. Let's just go watch some TV.
It was illegal back in the 80s and early 90s, and now you can buy it in the stores. And Chinese brush was originally made to keep the workers at night eyes open. And of course, human beings will find ways to keep something else up. And now you have people who say those things. I can't eat okra.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I cannot eat oysters. It is disgusting to me.
I love okra.
When it goes on,
people talking about
this
like
new
it. Like use like Campari is a new aphrodisiac on the market. People call it the liquid Viagra. And persons have discovered that drinking Campari actually helps them. But again, anything that is bitter works
People
well with
have
your
it that
bloodstream.
it works. Yeah.
Right. Just like how Cersei tea
Right.
used to work on your bloodstream is the same thing. That anything that is bitter seems to go straight to your bloodstream
No,
very quickly.
anything that is bitter, they think works.
Or
They
probably
think it's a
works.
mind
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mind.
Mind over matter.
That don't mean something bitter might be poisoning you.
And you don't realize.
You know, for the caller earlier, that gentleman, I think I don't remember where he said he was from, Santa Cruz or something.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, right. I think what he fails to realize is that a lot of these things come down to communication. You and your partner needs to communicate, because yes, you might not like something, but that doesn't mean that your partner is not interested in it.
Right.
So, you know, there has to be some communication plus compromise.
Right.
For every relationship to work, you need to compromise.
And
there has to be, I'm not saying you're going to kill yourself,
right.
but, you know, you should be able to give and take.
And
not because you don't like it, that don't mean that your partner won't enjoy it.
What he's saying does make sense, that if you, let's be real, a bullet is going a million miles per hour. So
you can't compete with that. You know
there's
that.
no human being, no male or female that's gonna. So if you get addicted to this thing, a man or a woman won't be able to help you in time to come.
But you just have to know to use it to your advantage.
What advantage would that be, though?
Because if it is that using myself as an example, if it is that I can only go this long, but my partner is unsatisfied, at this point the toy would help.
Yes, the toy would help, but then she would need you eventually.
Yes, she will. And I'm not saying that she's going to use it herself. I'm saying I'm going to get the toy and use it on her. While though I cannot perform and insert with her right now, the toy is still getting her going, is still getting her to come. She's getting satisfied, but and at the same time, I am still physically caressing her and kissing her and doing all things that she likes.
Touching her and saying all the lovely things.
So once you don't have the toy, there won't be any sexual communication.
No, but you know what happened? Again.
You know, when I started and I was showing you guys the different toys,
right?
Just a few of them. And I said that, you know, I'd recommend this for a couple, which was the like the rose, something to just use on the clit, because you don't want to exclude your partner. So, I mean, if your partner is overseas, as a gentleman say, you know, you have some dialogue with your partner. Is this one okay? Well, you know, would you feel any sort of way if I get something that has a little dildo on it, or something that, you know, offers some sort of penetration?
Because you don't want your partner to feel
good and
insecure.
That's all good and well, and that's fine. But what happened when the body has become addicted to this thing and no longer needs a partner?
Let me tell you, it's a total
We don't know,
experience.
that comes down to the person.
It's not an either or situation. For example, men who are afraid to use the toy is because you're not understanding what the experience is. For example, I'm using the toy, I'm in your ears. So what you're experiencing as a total package, without me, if you're using the toy by yourself, you're not getting that whispering in the ear, you're not getting that conversation, you're not feeling my body feeling over you. So you still crave that as well.
It's not physical, it's mental as well.
It's not going to be a replacement of. What you do is that you have to make sure that you are integral in the process, so that she's also experiencing you with the toy.
Right, so it's not a hide and seek.
So with the toy alone, it's an incomplete experience.
If my girlfriend is using the toy by herself, she should feel different than when she's using it with me.
She should be saying it's not the same.
She should be saying it's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
I want you to touch me when I'm using the toy. I want to hear you whispering things in my ears when I'm using the toy. Those things make it a total experience. And then what you have done now, you have included this in the mix, and you're not trying to replace
whatever
is there.
It's, as again, you all explained it and it was perfectly clear. But what I'd like you to do now, we're coming to the end. Yes, 2 hours went when we were having fun. We must be on a piece of stula, right? We're still energized and going. Sheldon, just tell us how you can get in touch with you, or your social media page, or whatever you want to say, what you have next.
Well, I can
Final words.
I can be reached at my Instagram page, Sheldon Spencer JA, or you can call me at 876-841-8410. Whereas if it is all of your drink, any experience you want, just let me know.
And you, Marlon?
Yes, so
I mean, Damien.
yeah, man. So I'm aligned with Indulge Erotica. So if you want to get to all those toys or get to the Stula or even some of our events, you can find us at Indulge Erotica JA1. And that's our main IG page. And if you stay tuned to that, you'll also get to experience some events that we have. You know, we might have sip and paint. The difference, the last time we were actually doing sip and paint in a strip club, which was a totally different experience.
We have one coming up on Sunday.
Right, let me know. Tell us the date.
We have a lingerie party coming up on Sunday as well. So again, you know, align yourself with the page and you'll get to experience some of our special events.
But you can tell us the date for Sunday and where?
So the date it's the 30th of October. It's at Lucky 38.
Okay.
And Indulge Erotica JA will be there live and in concert.
Okay. and Jody?
And there'll be prizes and surprises. They know once Indulge is in the house, we're always doing giveaways. So, and I'd like to give away something tonight as well.
Well, we're gonna be giving away because you weren't here. So next week I'm gonna bring stuff from you. So we still continue to advertise for you. So next week we'll be giving away some stuff from her. So you better be listening.
And Stula.
And Stula, yes, we would like some of the men to try the Stula. So here at Sex on the Bridge. Yeah, we didn't get to play some of the voice notes because the time just running because, you know, we're having fun. But next week I'm going to continue with the giveaway. So we'll ask you questions from this show. So I hope you are listening so you can get some Stula and toys and whatever other goodies they have to give away. So I want to thank you guys so very much for being here with me.
Sure,
and of
Thanks
course,
for having us.
You're most welcome. You can get your slow wine, DM my page, and you can get your slow wine because it works. And you know, tell us back your page, Jodianne.
So it's Indulge Erotica JA1.
Okay.
All right. So
get
ensure that you put the JA1.
Okay.
And my number. Well, the number for the business is 876-571-6209.
All right. Thank you, guys. It was my pleasure having you, but I do want to do some big ups. So I want to take the moment to thank my producer, Daniela Doyle, my studio engineer, Kevin Williams, all of my listeners, my call-ins and my voice notes. Thank you, guys, for keeping up every Tuesday night on Sex on the Bridge. I want to thank my here is from Dana Bell here. You can go online and see it. And I want to also big up Hungry Joe Jamaican Restaurants in Inglewood, California. Yes, the best Jamaican restaurant. You want to get, you know, real food. So Hungry Joe's, and they're looking workers too. So you can come to my page if you're interested in being a chef or a cook. If you're in California, all right? Yes, all my overseas people in the diaspora and everywhere else, Canada. Big up Jennifer in Canada. Big up Christine in Canada. And I will be in Canada on the 6th of November for a charity event. All right, so it's good night from me, your original dancehall queen, Carlene. And I want to say, Crystal, I'll be home shortly. I know she's not been feeling well, but I love you. And I'll see you soon. All right, thank you, guys. And next week, Tuesday, same time, same place, Sex on the Bridge 99 FM. Good night.